Good morning, this is Laura and this is January 18th, 2021. And I have my cup of joy, which is moringa tea that I love to drink in the morning to get my vitamins and minerals and help me through the day. This is the continuing journey of the brewing of my continuous brew kombucha. And through the last 7 days or so, I have found different ways to keep my kombucha at the right temperature. It seems to be a little chilly here on the counter. That's why I wanted to put it in a cupboard where it still had air, but it's really too heavy. What I did was I put the kombucha container, which is 8 pounds of itself, on top of this plastic cutting board of sorts. It's not really a board, so that I can actually move it to the edge of my counter to decant it. And I made up a batch of a gallon of tea, and then I realized, according to the kombucha book that I've been following, that I will leave a link for in the description box below, the first few cycles of a continuous brew rhythm need to take out minimal amount of the brew and replace a minimal amount to get that SCOBY ready. So this is what I did to encourage the heat of my SCOBY. This was a piece of insulation that came with some things that were refrigerated, and I just improvised it. There's kind of a sticky point right here, so if I put that around the very beginning, then the other side sticks to it. But this is the brew, and there's only a gallon of it. Give you a close-up. So I had put in, according to the recipe that is called for a gallon, I had put in 4 green tea bags, 1 gallon of water, 1 cup of sugar, and it called for 1 SCOBY, but I put 2 SCOBYs in because I had the extra SCOBYs to put in there. And when I first put them in, they were a little lower, but they've now risen more to the top. And on the very top, you can see the SCOBY, the thin SCOBY that is forming, and you can see the carbonation bubbles that are around the edge of it. I also put 2 cups of mature kombucha liquid starter in with that gallon. So that's what I did. I also covered it, as I said, with my grandmother's muslin cotton covering to keep out any debris or if there were any flies because of the sugars in the kombucha. And so now I'm gonna decant. So I'll probably figure out a much better way to do this at a later date, but I'm going to put my container on the plastic and draw it out to the very edge of my counter. I have a friend who always uses a wine glass for her kombucha, so I'm going to go ahead and open up this spigot and see, just put a little bit out. That's what it looks like. It's got some effervescence. It's not going to be really strong because it's only been 7 days, and the actual brewing time is anywhere from 7 to 21 days for a 1 gallon of kombucha. So let me give it a taste. It's just a little bit watery, but it has the zing to it when you put it on your tongue, but it really doesn't taste super strong. So in 7 days, it's really not ready just yet. So we'll give it another couple days and taste it again.